The lawyer's office smelled like old paper and polished wood, the kind of place where decisions felt permanent. Sunlight leaked through the blinds, cutting the room into narrow strips, but none of that warmth reached me. I sat stiffly in the leather chair, my hands folded in my lap, trying to look like a widow who still belonged in her own life. The lawyer cleared his throat and began reading Robert's will in a calm, rehearsed voice. Each word landed like a small, controlled blow. The house in Somerville, the vacation property in Nantucket, the investment accounts I had helped manage for decades. All of it, every last piece, was left to Linda Mallister. For a moment, I thought I had misheard him. I waited for my name to follow. It never did. I turned slowly toward my son. Daniel sat straight-backed, eyes forward, his expression unreadable. No shock, no confusion, just quiet acceptance. That was when it hit me harder than the will itself. He knew. This wasn't new information to him. It was confirmation. So, nothing for my wife, the lawyer added gently, almost apologetically, as if the omission were a clerical error, instead of a deliberate erasure. I felt my throat tighten, but I didn't cry. 40 years of marriage flashed through my mind in fragments. Late nights balancing accounts, missed vacations, meals eaten cold, because Robert worked late. I had built a life around him so completely that I no longer recognized where he ended and I began. When the meeting ended, Linda stood and walked straight to Daniel. She wrapped him in a soft, confident embrace, the kind reserved for someone who had already secured her place. She smiled at me, not cruelly, just knowingly, like a woman who had already crossed the finish line. "You knew," I said to Daniel once we were alone, my voice barely held together. He hesitated, then nodded. Dad had his reasons. Reasons. That word echoed all the way home. That night, I sat alone at the dining table, staring at Robert's empty chair. The house was quiet, but my mind wasn't. For the first time, I understood something painful and undeniable. My marriage hadn't ended with his death. It had ended years ago, and the will was just the final proof.